Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sports Office Unplugged. I'm Joe Schmidt along with Chris Long and Darren Doogie Wolfson. And today we have a very special show because we're coming to you from the brand new U.S. Bank Stadium. And actually, Chris,
we're just going to play along like she's Doogie?
Yeah, we were going to for a while, but...
I am Doogie.
You are Doogie?
Yeah,
you are. Well, she's kind of a Doogie because she's an intern. Nicole is our intern. She goes to the University of South Dakota.
I actually graduated.
You graduated? Okay. We want proof. We want proof of that.
I did not get my diploma when I graduated, but then I'm mailing it.
Pay those parking tickets. That's what I had to learn the hard way, too.
The library books.
Okay. Well, you know what we'll do here? Since I don't want to ask you about the stadium, I'm going to ask the little girl from South Dakota here. When you walked in here, you kind of went, wow, this place is awesome.
Yeah, I actually said a word that's not safe for work, but it was very, very large here. The fact that you can fit the Metrodome in here.
I thought you said, holy Schmidt. That's what I thought you said. I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, that's how I got your attention. If we say your name, that's how we get it.
Hey, Chris, this is your first time.
Yeah.
And I got over here the other day, but you know, even the second time, maybe you still look around and say, this place is unreal.
I'm glad I did this. I mean, I didn't want to come in. They had all these sneak previews that we could come in, and everybody came in and did the construction. I wanted to wait till it was done, and really when I came through the tunnel the first time, I said a similar word. This place is huge. But it still doesn't feel cavernous, and I know that sounds weird, just in scope. Nicole, I think you were going to say you could fit the Metrodome in here without touching the walls or the ceiling. It feels big compared to the Metrodome, but it kind of goes straight up in the air. It feels like a hockey or basketball stadium.
What was the word you're going to use? Being intimate? Was that?
Yeah,
intimate. It does. For 68,000.
But you can't use intimate when you're standing next to me.
Quaint, cozy.
We'd say cozy.
Cozy.
Okay.
It's going to be. If you're in the cheap seats, you're still going to feel like it's like the X. Even if you're in the upper deck at the X, you still don't feel like you're that far back from the rink. It's the same thing here.
You know, I really felt it today because we came through the tunnel on the field, and it feels like you were outside. And I know that's one of the secrets here with the roof and everything. It does feel like you are sitting outside right now, other than it's not 98 degrees out. But it's and that's kind of what I think the players are going to like. The interesting thing is going to be, you know, we're kind of looking back into the sun now. If you're catching a pass in this corner of the end zone and it's going from shade, you know, to that might be a little bit of an issue.
Seeing it from the outside in, which is all I'd seen until today, you look at this, and if you're like me, you've probably only driven by it. You look at it and you go, well, half of it's undercover and half of it's open. How is it going to feel like it's outside? You don't even notice the cover part. I mean, the sun's over in that part of the sky. It does have the light and the feel of being outside. I thought it was going to have a lot weirder shadows than it does. It's really not all that bad. I thought the shadows were going to be a lot more harsh.
Okay, well, Nicole, this will be your first Vikings training camp, and we're going to send you down there.
That's right.
What are you looking forward to the most from
Just
the
hanging
Vikings?
out with you guys.
That's it?
Being in the car with Doogie for 2 hours round trip both ways.
Yeah, that is. What do you miss most about Doogie with Doogie on vacation?
Being updated on Twitter.
Oh, is that right?
He's probably still doing that on vacation.
Yeah, he probably is. Let's talk. We're going to talk. We got a show at 6:30 tonight, which maybe you'll see, maybe you won't. I talk about the stadium, but we're going to talk a little bit about the Vikings today. And I go back to number one. Teddy Bridgewater has to take the next step.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
He can't have 14 touchdown passes for the Vikings to be a long series contender. They won 11 games last year with Teddy Bridgewater throwing 14 touchdowns. Imagine if he's average and throws 25.
I'll do a yes, but, and we're going to make this same point. If you watched, by the time this is posted, if you watched our special, you'll hear me make the argument. The Denver Broncos just showed that you can win a Super Bowl with a mediocre quarterback. That was not Peyton Manning last year. So I think the bigger key, everybody wants to talk about Teddy Bridgewater. It makes sense. If he's bad, they can't win. He doesn't have to be great because I think the defense really has a chance to be great, and that's exactly what Denver's blueprint was last year. You had a Peyton Manning who was a shell of his former self, didn't lose games. I don't think Teddy needs to win games. He just can't lose games.
They were very good, that defense last
Incredibly
year.
good.
Nicole, what do you think the key is?
You know, I just hope the scoreboard, if you see over here, they're above Chicago. They're defeating Chicago, which third quarter still have enough going on.
They had it up. They took them down.
I just hope that's not the final score of the Chicago Bears-Vikings game.
Well, we'll have to see on that once. Anyway, by now you've probably seen a lot of the stadium. It's going to really be an icon. You know, the thing about this stadium is it's going to be the most famous building in Minnesota.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's brand new, but before long, it'll be the most famous building.
It's amazing what $1 billion will buy you.
Yeah, that does. Well, Nicole, your first appearance on Unplugged, and this is the first time we ever let an intern on, and I'm proud to say our last two.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah.
Now's your chance. Unplugged. We're unplugged. You still have a month left in your internship. Keep that in mind.
3 weeks, yeah.
Or
gonna
less
go.
if this question doesn't go well.
Gonna,
What's the number one thing you learned?
Oh, yeah.
I guess just talk about myself and how great I am and act like I've
So
been
you
here
learned
for-
She's learned
humility.
from us. That's
She's
good.
learned how to be humble in the KSTP Sports Office. So from the amazing Department of Sports at KSTP, this has been Unplugged. Be humble, be kind.